But I also think that there's still a lot of story to tell. As a fan, I've shared this with Peter and Vince, that I, as a fan, want to know everything. I want everything to connect up when Saul is on his knees at that grave that Walter and Jesse dug. And he says it's Nacho or Lalo. And everything that he says there, I want to make sense.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and discussing more recent news involving Season 4 of Better Call Saul, and it's very exciting in my opinion. With that being said, warning spoilers for everything in the show up to the Season 3 finale, and let's jump right into this. Alright, so Variety tweeted out saying that they learned 10 new things about Better Call Saul Season 4 from the AMC Summit panel. Upon clicking the article, it seems as though they don't actually have each thing numbered separately, but they're just instead blended together as an article. With that in mind, let's go ahead and skim through it. The first thing that they confirm is that Chuck McGill was definitely dead at the end of Season 3. There's no fake out death in store for Better Call Saul fans, as the article literally says, quote, "The older brother of Bob Odenkirk's Jimmy McGill / Saul Goodman character is definitely dead. Viewers last saw him sitting inside his burning house, wrapped up in an aluminum coat blanket. How Odenkirk's Jimmy processes his grief at the loss of his brother is a key focus of the storytelling in Season 4, end quote. So it is definitely fact at this point. After the usual Gene scene, Season 4 should start out its story with the main characters learning of Chuck's death. After Season 3 finished airing last year, I did a video breakdown predicting the aftermath of Chuck's death for Season 4, but now that we know his death is in fact confirmed, there's even more to discuss and elaborate on. Needless to say, the aftermath of Chuck's death will be tragic. How will Jimmy, Kim, and Howard all react to this? Will they be mad at each other or blame each other for his death? And most importantly, will the investigation of his house burning down conclude that it was a suicide or an accident? Let me know what you guys think about all this, and I'll further elaborate this topic in a new video in the near future. So, the second main thing that they discuss in the article is Ray Seehorn and Bob Odenkirk bonding during filming of Season 1, which is nice but nothing related to the new season. Likewise, they also discuss the turning point for the show, which came late in the first season as producers decided to expand the scope of Chuck and Jimmy's adversarial relationship. It's interesting to learn when they really decided to take off this conflicting story between the McGill brothers, as Chuck is definitely one of the main points of Jimmy's past that eventually pushed him to transform into Saul Goodman. I don't know about you guys, but I love learning about the behind the scenes information about the thought process that the show creators had, along with when and how they decided to take the show in the certain directions that they did. Also, apparently Vince Gilligan emphasized that he's not as directly involved in the show for the fourth season, so he's eager to gush about the strong work being done by the show co-creator Peter Gould and the rest of the team for Season 4. Next up, they discuss how Kim's character is evolving and expanding, implying that she has taken on her own character arc and story. She started out as a simple supporting character to Jimmy, but now we're questioning whether she's making him better or corrupting herself. In the past, I've created Season 4 predictions on whether Kim will leave Jimmy or not, but there's always more to discuss with her character. I've really enjoyed the evolution that Kim's character has taken, especially in the third season, and I'm really excited to see what's in store for her during Season 4. Next, they discuss how they'll be introducing the cowboy boots that Saul Goodman wore in Breaking Bad, and how they'll need to make them look newer, effectively reverse engineering items for the characters that fans know from Breaking Bad. That being said, I'm kind of drawing a blank here. I haven't really watched most of Breaking Bad in a year or two, so yeah, I'm drawing a blank. If you guys could refresh my memory as to what cowboy boots they're talking about, I greatly appreciate it, but either way, it's cool to see some of Saul Goodman's Breaking Bad outfits get their origin story on Better Call Saul, such as all of Jimmy's crazy ties and suits back in Season 2 when he was trying to get himself fired from Davis and Maine. In the article, Vince Gilligan told them that Season 4 is darker and richer than the previous 3 seasons, and that they further imply that Better Call Saul finally has its own 2 legs instead of just being a shadow to Breaking Bad. Vince Gilligan also states that in the Venn diagram of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, the overlap in the center is getting bigger and bigger, which only makes sense as the timelines are getting closer and closer together. Not only that, but the article ends with the most important piece of information out of this entire article. They say, end quote, "A new season of Saul always begs the question of whether any familiar faces from Breaking Bad will be entering the picture." Gilligan confirmed that Lalo, a heavy from Breaking Bad who is referenced among the drug cartel characters but never seen on screen, is finally ready for his close-up. F yeah, Lalo, Gilligan said. So this has heavy implications, along with settling a long-time debate within the fandom. First off, let me summarize everything that we knew previously to catch us all up to speed as we put into context who Lalo is and why we should care.
Oh, no, 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 no! No, it wasn't me, it was Ignacio, he's the one! Oh no, oh no, 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 no! Ay, siempre soy amigo, siempre
Shut
soy
up,
amigo
man.
del cartel!
Shut up! I just speak English.
Lalo didn't send you? No, Lalo?
Who?
Oh, thank God! Oh, Christ!
So first off, the character Nacho Varga is never seen in Breaking Bad, but he is mentioned in one of the first Saul Goodman scenes when Walt and Jesse bring him out to the desert. I believe it's season 2 episode 8, and the title of the Breaking Bad episode is literally called Better Call Saul. Anyways, to quote what Saul says, he says something along the lines of, "Oh no, 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 it wasn't me, it was Ignacio, he's the one, oh no, no," and then he says something about being friends with the cartel in Spanish, along with finally saying, "Lalo didn't send you?" And then after he realizes that Lalo didn't send Walt and Jesse and that this is completely unrelated, he calms down, starts talking to them normally, and seems a lot happier with the situation that he's in. Now, for those of you who don't know, the name Nacho is actually short for Ignacio, and both the actor who plays Nacho and one of the show creators, I don't remember if it was Vince or Peter, but they have previously confirmed that the Ignacio that Saul is talking about during that Breaking Bad scene is indeed the Nacho Varga that we all know and love from Better Call Saul. As of the end of season 3, Hector has had his stroke, but Gus surprisingly gave him CPR and saved him. Nacho picked up all the pills like Mike told him to cover his tracks, but when he handed them to the paramedic, Gus was glaring at them as if he's obviously onto Nacho. I've discussed in the past why Nacho Varga isn't in Breaking Bad, along with what might happen if Gus confronts Nacho about switching the pills, but I may compile all my thoughts into one big updated video giving my overall opinions on Nacho's character in general leading up into season 4. Although I discussed some of this at the end of last year, there's more information now, along with a bunch of new theories popping up, and I'd just love to compile everything we know in new updated videos as we get ready for season 4. So, will Nacho start working for Gus? Will Hector find out about Nacho? If he does, will Nacho get killed or maybe possibly go into hiding with the help of the vacuum man from Breaking Bad? Let me know what your season 4 Nacho predictions are in the comments below, but let's continue on with all of this Lalo business. So, before we didn't know if Lalo was just Don Eladio or an entirely new person, and this was actually a huge debate among the Better Call Saul Breaking Bad community. There have been multiple YouTube videos and posts all over the subreddit discussing this scene from Breaking Bad along with everything that Saul says during it. It was originally plausible to just simply assume that he was talking about Don Eladio, but after all the talk about this Lalo character in season 4, he definitely seems to be someone new. They said that Lalo has never been seen on screen and only referenced. Don Eladio has obviously been shown on screen in both shows, so it can't be him. They also said that Lalo is ready for his close-up, implying that he'll be shown on screen for the first time ever. So whoever this Lalo person is, I assume that he's part of a cartel, probably the Juarez cartel, due to Saul stating that he was friends with the cartel in that Breaking Bad scene. So if Lalo is a new character in the cartel, what will Ignacio have to do with him? Will Nacho start working with Gus and Mike against the cartel? Also, further talk about Lalo happened in multiple interviews since the end of season 3. Saul's actor Bob Odenkirk has stated that he's very interested in learning exactly who this Lalo character is, along with why Saul was blurting out both Lalo and Ignacio's name to Walt and Jesse in that Breaking Bad scene.
And everything that he says there, I want to make sense. So whatever happens with Saul, it has to do with Nacho and Lalo. We haven't met Lalo, right?
No, not yet.
So we have to meet Lalo.
Well, Peter,
I want to understand.
Not that we know of.
I want that little monologue to come to mean a lot to me as a fan. I'm just speaking as a fan.
So, who else is hyped for this Lalo person along with Season 4 in general? There's actually a bunch of new Season 4 promos released, so be sure to look out for videos on the channel breaking them down in the next day or two, along with other Better Call Saul Season 4 discussion videos as well. I have so much to talk about Season 4 before it comes out in a month or so let me know what you want me to focus on first. That being said, I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, as it really helps me out more than you could ever imagine. Feel free to subscribe for more Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad content in the near future, and if you'd like to take that extra step in helping support my videos, consider checking out my Patreon as well. There's a bunch of different rewards involving the channel, such as a chance to directly influence the videos being produced, link in the description. And as always, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!